Hello everybody and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out something called Dust City by developer Kitty Horror Show. This is a first-person exploration game with a very enigmatic bent to it. We're going to be exploring a crater that had a mysterious city just kind of crop up in the middle of it, and we have what is called an Arcanodex version 5.1 down in the bottom left corner there, and that is going to be our one element where we can actually gain a little bit of feedback about the world that we're going to be inhabiting. So, as we look around here, you'll notice we're kind of right up against a wall as we start, and that's kind of for a reason, because we need to be pushed down into the crater, which is where all the exploration is going to happen. I only played this for a few minutes, so I don't know a ton about it just yet, but I do know that it's very creepy at times and very tranquil at other times. That's my two experiences going into various realms, and there are realms in this. It definitely takes you to some strange and unexpected places. I haven't had any, like, jump scares or flashing lights or anything yet, but you never know, maybe things could happen later on. I also haven't explored very much of the anomalous city here. The developer does recommend that you bring a pen and paper with you to this because there are some numbers that you're going to want to take note of, and I have found a couple of those, but I haven't made note of them. We're going to let the video stand in for that since it is sort of committed to virtual memory here. And you'll see there's a thing off in the distance. That's a scannable object. It looks like a little bit of a rune or a glyph or something hanging in the air, and we're going to be able to look at that. It's going to give us some information. But first, I want to just take a look around at this city, because it is very strange looking. The architecture here is not really possible, and I kind of love it for that reason. We've got almost like a Hogwarts thing going on with this floating house over here, and then a tower with a weird spire sticking off the side of it. You know, all the buildings sort of have their own personality to them and are a little bit strange and different. Why don't we go over and look at this as well? And our view distance is not incredibly high, which definitely aids in sense of, you know, ambience. Psychoplasmatic or plasmic residual anomaly detected. So that's what these are called. We'll call them PRAs, I guess. PRAs. Let's click to translate, shall we? Alright, so first thing I want to say, this is no offense or anything, but, like, I have to say this typography is rather difficult to read. I feel like I say this in a lot of episodes, but it's kind of low res, and the cursive at times, you can have a couple letters read as other letters, but I think it's mostly the A looks kind of like a capital O because there's not enough space between the letters. Anyway, all of the metal in the world was howling at once like the cries of a wounded titan. That is a huge statement. I really like that, actually. And that sound it makes when you click on it, too, is pretty crazy and creepy, too. So there's like a pyramid over here. I don't know if there's a door on this sucker. I kind of want to find it. And also a very important thing to note before anybody gets frustrated if they didn't read the FAQ before you start things, there is actually a teleport button mapped to the letter T. So if you find yourself in a realm where you can't get out, that's what you need to do. Just press T and it should bring you back to the crater, and then you can resume your exploration, because it seems like the places you can go don't necessarily link back to the crater intrinsically, and you kind of have to do that yourself. And it looks like things just keep going in every direction. I'm not really sure if there's a lot more buildings, but I can't... Whoa. There's just a door in the middle of nothing? Well, I like this. I wasn't planning on going in this, but you know what? It's because you can only see it from one side. It was mapped to one side of a plane. I like that very much. Alright, let's click to enter. The mystery continues. I don't know what we're going to walk into here. Oh, it's cool. It's like that game Nathan Say. It's like some gray boxes everywhere. Also, can I not walk anywhere? Because it looks like it's all just a drop-off. Is there a secret path that I can't see? Okay, maybe I can only walk through in one direction. Nope. Am I supposed to fall in there? I want to go over to where those ramps are. That looks like where all the good stuff is. Oh, there's a big old monolithic crystal hanging over everything. Oh, I'm calling it that. I don't know that it necessarily is. But some really good ambience here, and I did just jump off, by the way, and it was thankfully a crystal cave sort of event where I just kind of hung in the air and could walk straight over. Oh, there's multiple crystals here, actually. If you can't hear the sound loud enough, my apologies. I did try to turn it up a little bit louder than normal without overpowering my voice, but the sound is definitely a big part of the ambience here, and I think it actually goes pretty far to give a good sense of placement. They kind of read like skyscrapers, but at the same time we're like right next to them, and they aren't, so I don't really know what kind of geometry you would really call those then. Just big old rectangles. Feels like we're walking across the tops of a cityscape, though. There was a oh, there it is. Wasn't sure quite how quickly it was moving up and down. And everything's sort of phased into dark realm here, so it's a little tough to tell depth at times. And so we're on the hunt for an artifact right now, in case you didn't know. Each one of these realms seems to have one of them hidden somewhere. And we need to go find it and record the number that it contains. And I think it's probably... was it that purple glowing light over there? Alright, let's read what this has to say. Our glass towers and gold lights were not enough to protect us. Yeah, there's actually a little bit of a narrative running through all of these levels. Each one that I've gone through has told me a little piece of the story, and I kind of like the way that that's approached as well. Maybe want to get on this moving drum here? I mean, this looks like it's going to take me to the next area, but kind of a long wait between. I guess since I'm here, I may as well walk over here too, since there's another thing to read. I really like this approach to storytelling, just like totally freeform. Find what you find, sometimes miss things. You know, you get your own perspective. It's its own story for each individual person. Even the roads seemed to hold their breath as the sky came ever closer. Interesting. All right, I guess we'll go back in the other direction. And am I going to make it in time? I bet this thing doesn't wait when I get to the end. Oh, you're killing me. I was just there. Well, that's a bit of a drag. So is that... maybe that's our final destination. Since it does seem to go up into the sky, and that seems to be the only other place we haven't been. I guess I could also fall down here, but I have a feeling if I fall into the wrong place, I'm never going to find my way back. Oh, there's actually like a light down there, too. Alright, well, I don't want to miss my path, so let's take this platform across. We'll see what this takes us to. If it doesn't go anywhere cool, we'll come back. We'll go in the other direction. And in case you were wondering, this area is very thematically different from the other two that I visited. This one in particular is especially monochrome. I found one that was very, very sunlit and beautiful and like had hanging pillars and sculptures in the air and stuff. And then I found one that was very Silent Hill-esque. So there's a little bit of diversity going. Oh, it looks like we're going up there. We're going to go visit the crystal. Is it going to land right on my head? I don't know where it's safe to stand. I don't want the thing to crush me. Also, there doesn't seem to be any kind of fail state to this, so you don't have to worry about, like, doing anything wrong. The worst that happens, you just teleport back to the origin point, and then everything's fine. Alright, up we go. Oh, cool. Is this the artifact? I bet it is. Look at this. It's like Illuminati all over again. Oh, weird. Alright, artifact detected. Let's decrypt it. Name is Matrix, or Marax, rather. It was, sort of projecting a thought there. And our passcode is 101322. Got it. So we would write that down, and then we can make our escape and go visit somewhere else. What's going on here? Oh, this is where I just came from. Alright, let's teleport away. Sorry, I didn't explore that entire area, but, you know, it leaves you one more area to go visit yourself. That was a cool place to be. Let's see, is the, I think there's a tower, right? Is it this one? I'm trying to remember which one I went to already, because it was especially interesting looking. Alright, what do we have? Yep, this is the one. Alright, so we've got a very, very creepy presentation going on here. Almost nothing to see except for big, giant, foreboding blades turning off in the distance. They're all rusty, of course, too. So, you know, this is where I was starting to wonder, what kind of game is this that I'm getting myself into? Is this a horror game in disguise? Because I wasn't expecting this kind of thing. Oh, I've got this squeaky, dragging metal sounds. Now we've got fast moving. Like, this is all of the Silent Hill cues. And I love it. But it just might strike people wrong if they don't expect something like this. The Arcano deck says, I do not like it here. I don't blame you. It's definitely creepy. Alright, what do you have to say? Please don't leave me here with him. Alright, so there's clearly some sort of residual energy in this building that the game is channeling here, or the Arcano Dex is channeling. And we'll rush on to the end. And there is something. I don't know what that is. Is that the thing we're supposed to be scared of? Yeah, I guess that's like its body down there just kind of peering at us like a giant freaking head in the darkness. Very creepy. Alright, so that is Agores, numerical passcode 331410. Alright, fair enough. We'll make our escape again, and I'll go into another place that maybe I'm not familiar with. Can I go in this one? How mysterious is this game? I love presentation like this. It reminds me a lot of Crypt Worlds as well, which I think is quite a good thing to say. Just in general, anything that's got this really off-kilter story to it, and just a really strange idea. Even like the premise, you know, a city appears in a crater. Like, that's like the makings of a real interesting movie idea right there, too. I'd love to see where that goes. I mean, the inherent mystery and wonder is, like, it's intangible. Like, it's definitely part of the whole thing. Alright, somebody's not too happy about their lack of privacy. It's a pretty claustrophobic house. What if we go outside? Alright, I haven't been here before, so I'm not sure what we're getting into. I want it to be alone. There's definitely some kind of, like, a horror theme running through this, because there's some pretty creepy trees and a red sky with looking like blood-stained ground. Yeah, definitely creepy vibes here. I mean, the developer's name is Kitty Horror Show. I wonder if anything literal about that might be true. What's over here? There's some kind of weird ramparts or something. Is this a fallen castle? Or is just columns? Oh, there's a gear turning in the sky. I've fallen into like a blood pit or something. There's a well. Oh, some kind of gross water in there. Alright, we're not gonna go bother that. And there's something kind of churning off in the distance that I hear, but I don't know where it's coming from. Oh, these platforms are very loosely constructed, and we've got a house with some green light coming out of it. Could be something creepy in here. Maybe not. Is that all there was to this? Oh no, I think I just missed the second floor. And what's up here? Oh. Oh my god. Alright, well, that was the creepiest one so far. I guess that was not actually the artifact, because I didn't see a number, and it's gone now, so I guess we can't really go back to it. The green light is now off, though, so, you know, that's one thing. Certainly attracted my attention to come up and visit, but now we don't need to ever again. I guess we'll go swim through the blood pit, if we can do that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Am I falling? Oh, it's okay. I was a little worried maybe I was going to fall under and then not be able to get back out. And have to teleport out and then come back again. Thankfully, it doesn't seem like there's too many weird things like that with the geometry where you get totally stuck and, you know, can't really make progress. Freaking house flying in the sky. What more could you want? I lost the... Oh, the glyph I was looking for is on the other side. I was about to walk completely away from it. It was blocked by something, I guess. Probably one of these pillars was in the way, so I couldn't get perspective on it. Is there a way to get over that fence? I do kind of want to see what that has to say. Is it going to make me go all the way around? I think it is, actually. By the way, this is one of those games that's, you're going to end up spending your whole time... Oh, well, I'm not sure if that's the way in, but I made it the way in. You're going to spend the whole time holding down the shift key. This is a lot of wide open space in this game, and your traditional move speed is like this, which is not terrible, but, you know, when you're running, you're like this, so why go slow, right? So one of the things that I think a lot of developers seem to not get is, like, obviously whatever the action is that makes your character move the fastest, people are going to trend towards efficiency over time. So, like, if your character has a silly dodge roll or something that makes you move slightly faster, players are going to default to using that all the time. Thankfully, it's not a goofy thing in this one, but you will be holding down shift the whole time. Oh, that does not like me. Okay. I guess I could have gone this way as well. I didn't realize the hill was so low on that side. Well, I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to go in this creepy world. And I feel bad that I didn't get to show you the pretty area, but I think I'm actually going to wrap things up here because I don't want to spoil too much of this experience. It is very, very interesting, and I am very eager to see what other places there might be for us to explore, what other themes and styles of this is, and where we're ultimately going with this as well. I'm kind of curious about. Pretty sure this is the room I started in. Because I'd like to see if this has a proper ending. I mean, the developer does say that this is a complete game, and you can actually get this for free if you'd like. It's basically donation support. It's on each.io, so if you're interested, I definitely recommend throw the developer a few bucks. It always helps to support people with cool ideas like this. And I think that's going to be pretty much it for today's episode. So definitely let me know what you think about this. If you had any particularly interesting experiences or anything, you know, good or bad or indifferent that you wanted to say about the style of game this is. Or if you would like to see no more games of this style, or if you'd like to see tons of games of this style, let me know in the comments. And feel free to reply to each other and have a little discussion, because that's kind of what we're here to promote. You know, show you weird indie games and then talk about them. And that's one of the unique things I hope you guys find about this channel. So, as always, links in the description. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you come back again tomorrow. New episodes go up every single day. I do hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you back again tomorrow for another one. So I will see you then, and I hope you have a fantastic night. Talk to you later.